Om. 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 Sahenau avatu. Sahenau bhunaktu. Sahaviryam karvavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. We are on week 10, and the first topic is the three factors of the dream state. Let us today understand a very subtle and profound topic. The three factors that form the dream state. Though dreams may seem like simple stories our mind makes up at night, they actually reveal deeper truths about our inner self. Just like the waking state has its own characteristics and rules, the dream state also has specific elements that create its unique experience. There are three main factors that make up the dream world. Let me explain each of them step by step. Number one, the first and most important factor in dream is you, the one who is experiencing the dream. We call this the dreamer or Swapna Purush. This is not the physical body lying on the bed, but the subtle body, your inner mind and senses that are active during sleep. Even though your body is resting and your eyes are closed, you still feel, see, hear, and experience things inside the dream. You might run, you might talk, you might eat, you might cry, or even fly. All these experiences are possible because the subtle part of you is awake. So remember, the dreamer is the experiencer, the one who sees and goes through the dream world. It is your mind that plays the role of the dreamer. Number two, the dream world. The second factor is the world that appears in the dream. just like we have a physical world during the day. In the dream too, a full world appears. We call this the dream world or Swapna Jagat. In this dream world, there may be cities, forests, oceans, animals, people, and even events. Sometimes this world is similar to the waking world, but at other times it can be totally strange or even magical. The amazing part is that this entire dream world is created by our own mind. There is no outside reality involved. It is our memories, impressions, thoughts, and desires that take shape in this world. Just like a spider creates its web from itself, your mind creates the whole dream world from within itself. Therefore, understand this clearly. The dream world is not separate from you. It is made up by your own inner thoughts and feelings. The third factor is the objects and beings inside the dream. We call them dream objects or Swapna Vishayaha. These include all the people, animals, things, and events we experience in the dream. We may meet our family members, talk to friends, see beautiful places, or even encounter strange beings. Here is the subtle truth. These objects are not real in the way the waking objects are real. They may feel very real while you are dreaming, but the moment you wake up, they disappear. Why? Because they were not outside of you, they were projections of your own mind. For example, if you dream of being chased by a tiger, your body may sweat and your heart may race. But when you wake up, you realize that there was no real tiger. It was only a mental image, a creation of your inner impressions or sanskars. So these dream objects are born from your thoughts, past experiences, desires, and fears. They are temporary and vanish when the dream ends, but they teach us an important lesson that not everything we see is real just because we experience it. This applies to life also. Now, listen carefully. In the dreamy state, these three factors work together. Number one, the dreamer, Swapna Purush, you, the one experiencing the dream. Number two, the dream world, Swapna Jagat, the environment or world created by your mind. Number three, the dream objects, Swapna Vishayaha, the people and things within the dream. All three are part of the same inner play of the mind. There is no actual separation. The dreamer, the dream world, and the dream objects are all created and experienced by your own mind. This shows that the mind has great power to create, to feel, and to believe. But it also shows us how easily we can mistake imagination for truth. You may wonder why we are discussing this. The reason is this: just like we realize the dream is unreal when we wake up, the great saints say that when we awaken to true spiritual knowledge, we also realize that even this waking world is like a dream, temporary, changing, and created by Maya illusion. By understanding the dream state, we prepare ourselves to understand higher spiritual truths. We learn detachment because we see how the mind creates its own worlds. We learn self awareness because we start watching the play of the mind instead of being caught in it. And slowly we awaken to the truth of the self, that changeless, witnessing consciousness that is present in all three states: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. So reflect on this teaching. Let this knowledge help you go beyond the illusions of both dream and waking worlds and discover the real you, the self that never sleeps, never dreams, and never dies. The next topic is the three factors of the sleep state. Today, let us sit quietly and reflect on the mysterious state of sleep. You may think of sleep as merely the body resting or being inactive. But sleep is not just a blank period in our lives, it is a powerful, natural state that every being experiences every day. And it holds secrets of life, mind, and the self. There are three main factors that together create the sleep state. If we understand these, we can begin to awaken even within our rest. Let me explain these three factors to you step by step in a way you can understand and contemplate deeply. During our waking hours, our five senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, constantly pull us outward. We see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. This keeps our mind busy and scattered. But when we enter sleep, all these senses begin to shut down. It is like turning off the lights in a house one by one until the whole house is dark and quiet. This withdrawal is not forced, it is natural. The body and mind know when it is time to rest. Therefore, the senses stop responding to the outer world. You are no longer aware of sounds, smells, or sights around you. This is the first factor of sleep, the disconnection from the external world. Just like a turtle pulling its limbs inside its shell, the mind pulls back from the world of activity. Now let us go more deeper. In waking life, you always feel a strong sense of I. You say, I am hungry, I'm going to work, I'm happy, or I'm sad. This constant feelings of I is your ego or your sense of identity. But in sleep, especially deep sleep, this sense of I am disappears. You do not think about your name, your job, your family, or even your problems. In that state, the ego becomes inactive. It is as if your personal identity is switched off for a while. There is no memory, no planning, no worry, no dreaming, just a state of peaceful existence. The second factor is the temporary dissolving of the ego or mental identity. The mind becomes still, and the false idea of separateness takes rest. Finally, let us understand the third factor. Even though the senses are withdrawn and the ego is silent, something more happens. In deep sleep, you are not aware of anything, not even that you are sleeping. This is because your pure awareness is covered, like the sun hidden by thick clouds. The light is still there, but you cannot see it. This covering is caused by tamas, the heavy, dull energy that brings inertia. It pulls a veil over your consciousness so that even though your true self is always present, you do not experience it directly in sleep. This is the third factor, the veiling or covering of pure awareness by ignorance or dark. That is why you do not remember what happened in deep sleep. Although you may say later, I slept well. Now, the next topic is the four goals of human life, which we call Purusharths: Earth, security; Kam, pleasure; Dharma, righteousness; and Moksha, liberation. The four goals of human life. Let us contemplate the deeper purpose of human life, not just what we do every day, but why we are here in the first place. Life is not random, nor is it only about survival. According to our ancient scriptures, every human life is guided by four great aims called the Purushars. And these are: number one, earth, security and prosperity. Number two, calm, pleasure and desires. Number three, righteousness and duty. Number four, moksha, liberation or freedom from the cycle of birth and death. Let me explain each one of you slowly and clearly so that you can understand their value and how to live in harmony with them. The first goal of life is earth. Earth means more than just money. It includes everything that gives you security and support in life. For example, food, shelter, clothing, health, wealth, and education. Without earth, life becomes filled with fear and anxiety. Even spiritual practice becomes difficult when the stomach is empty or the body is sick. Therefore, it is not wrong to pursue wealth. In fact, it is necessary, but the key is to earn it righteously, without harming others and without becoming greedy. Think of earth like the roots of a tree. If the roots are strong and healthy, the tree can stand tall and bear fruits. But if you only focus on growing the roots and forget the trunk and branches, the tree can never blossom. Therefore, earth is important, but it must be pursued with balance and moral values. The second goal of life is calm, the pursuit of pleasure and enjoyment. This includes art, music, love, relationships, beauty, and all the joys that make up life rich and meaningful. Some people think spirituality means rejecting pleasure. That is not true. Our scriptures never deny pleasure, but they teach us to enjoy life without attachment, addiction, or harming others. Pleasure should uplift the mind, not trap it. For example, enjoying a beautiful sunset, listening to devotional music, or spending time with loved ones, all these are expressions of calm in its purest form. Calm is like the fragrance of a flower. It adds beauty to life. But if you chase fragrance without tending to the flower, it fades quickly. So enjoy calm, but do not become a slave to your desires. The third and most vital goal is dharma. Dharma is the foundation of all the other goals. It means doing the right thing at the right time in the right way, according to your nature and role in life. Dharma includes your responsibilities as a student, as a parent, as a worker, as a citizen, or a spiritual seeker. It also includes your inner values, truthfulness, kindness, patience, courage, and self control. Without dharma, earth becomes greed and calm becomes lust. But with dharma, even wealth and pleasure becomes sacred. Dharma brings balance, harmony, and peace to both the individual and society. Remember, Dharma is not a set of rigid rules. It is a living wisdom that adjusts according to time, place, and circumstance, yet always aims for the good of all. Now we come to the highest and ultimate goal of human life, moksha, freedom from all suffering, bondage, and ignorance. All other goals, earth, kam, and dharma, are limited to this life. But moksha takes us beyond birth and death, beyond fear and desire. It is the realization of our true nature, which is pure, infinite, and eternal. When you realize that you are not just this body or mind, but the divine self, Atman, you become free. Free from sorrow, free from anger, free from the endless search for happiness in the outer world. Moksha is not about escaping the world, but about seeing the world clearly as the play of the divine. It is the state of deep inner silence, unshakable joy, and eternal love. To reach moksha, you must first live the other three goals with awareness and purity. Do your duties, dharma, earn, and share wealth wisely, which is earth. Enjoy life without clinging, calm, and slowly you will ripen for freedom, which is moksha. These four goals are not enemies of each other. They are pillars of a full, meaningful, and spiritual life. But they must be understood in the right order and spirit. If you pursue earth and calm without dharma, you will create suffering. If you live by dharma, your earth and calm become sacred. And if you live by all three with detachment and wisdom, moksha will come naturally. Therefore, live a balanced life, grounded in dharma, enriched with calm, supported by earth, and aiming for moksha. I repeat again, live a balanced life, grounded in dharma, enriched with calm, supported by earth, and aiming for moksha. Always remember, human life is a precious gift. Let us not waste it in chasing only temporary pleasures or meaningless possessions. Let us grow, evolve, and awaken to the true purpose of our existence. That is the path of the wise. That is the way of the ancient sages. That is the blessing I give you today. May your life be full of purpose, joy, and ultimate freedom. The next topic is the fundamental problem. Today, let me help you understand the root of all our struggles in life. The one deep issue that silently influences all our desires, worries, and actions. This is known as the fundamental problem of human life. Unless we recognize this problem clearly, we will keep running after short term solutions that never truly satisfy us. Let us walk through this step by step. The very first problem is this: we have forgotten who we truly are. Instead of understanding ourselves as limitless, divine, ever complete beings, we have wrongly identified ourselves with our body, mind, and personality, which are all limited. And we always say, I'm this body, I'm just this name, I'm only this role in society. Because of this false identification, we naturally feel small, insecure, and incomplete. This wrong idea that I am limited is the starting point of all inner suffering. When we feel incomplete inside, what do? We look for ways to fix it, but we look in the wrong direction. We try to remove our inner sense of lack by changing things on the outside. We think, if I get a better job, a loving relationship, more money, a healthy body, or social respect, I will finally feel complete. Therefore, we spend our life chasing after external improvements, hoping that one day all these changes will make us feel whole. WHOLE. Now, listen carefully. Even if we manage to gain something we desire, we quickly notice another truth. Every gain brings along a hidden loss. You may gain wealth but lose your peace of mind. You may gain fame but lose your privacy. You may gain a relationship but become dependent on fearful of losing it. This is the law of duality in the world. There is no perfect gain that does not come with some form of loss. So our sense of insecurity never fully goes away. Nothing comes free of charge. To gain something, we have to lose something. Some might say, at least I can enjoy short term pleasures. Yes, you can enjoy them, no problem. But what happens afterward? The pleasure ends, the craving returns, the emptiness resurfaces. Short term pleasures are like applying a small bandage on a deep wound. They may offer some temporary relief, but they do not heal the deeper pain of incompleteness. They are not lasting solutions. So, what is the root problem? This is the biggest question now. It is not that we do not have enough money, fame, health, or relationships. The root or the real problem is that deep within we feel incomplete, unfulfilled, and not truly at peace with ourselves. We carry a constant background feeling something is missing in me, and we keep trying to fill this invisible gap through all kinds of efforts. But no matter what we do, this gap does not go away for long. Now comes the most important truth. No object, experience, or person in the outside world can ever give you lasting completeness. Why? Because all external things are limited, temporary, and changing. And we are trying to feel whole, WHOLE, which means we are looking for something permanent, full, and unchanging. You cannot fill an infinite hunger with limited things. The sense of completeness you seek is not outside. It is already within you, covered by ignorance. The journey to freedom, the path of moksha or liberation begins at this point. When you clearly see that no amount of external achievement will ever give you the lasting peace you desire, a new understanding dawns. What is that? The problem is not outside, it is inside. And now I must understand my true self. That is the moment your spiritual journey truly begins. You turn inward, guided by the scriptures and the teacher, to discover the eternal truth of your real nature, the self that is whole, free, and limitless. Your Atman. The next topic is the four qualifications for Vedanta. You have come seeking the highest truth. You want to know your real self and be free from sorrow, fear, and confusion forever. This path is called Vedanta, the path that reveals the ultimate truth that you are not this limited body or mind, but the eternal, limitless self, which is Atman. But before you can walk this path, you must be prepared, just as one must learn the alphabet before reading great literature. You also, one must first develop four essential qualifications. These are called sadhana chatushtaya, or the fourfold qualifications necessary for a seeker of liberation, moksha. Now let me explain them to you in detail one by one. Listen with full attention and reflect deeply. Number one, Vivek means the ability to distinguish between what is eternal and what is temporary. It is the wisdom to know what is real and lasting and what is unreal and fleeting. In life, we run after things like wealth, success, relationships, and pleasures. But all of these are temporary. They come and go. One day they will all disappear. But the self, Atman, your true nature, never comes or goes. It is always present, always complete. Vivek is the inner clarity that says, I will not chase the impermanent. I want to know that which is permanent, and that is the self, Atman, Brahman. This wisdom is the very beginning of the spiritual path. Now let us see this example. Imagine a child running after bubbles. The bubbles look beautiful, but as soon as he touches them, they burst. Vivek is like the realization these bubbles cannot satisfy me. I must seek something real. Number two, Vairagya means dispassion or detachment. It is the strength of mind to say no, N-O, to fleeting pleasures and yes, Y-E-S, to inner peace and truth. Our senses pull us in many directions towards tastes, sounds, sights, comforts, and enjoyments. But these pleasures never satisfy for long. They create dependence and disturbance. True freedom is not the ability to enjoy more, but the ability to walk away from what does not serve your higher goal. Vairagya is not hatred of the world, it is the understanding the world's limitations and turning the heart towards something higher. Let us see this example. Think of a person who gives up a sweet because it causes harm to his health. Similarly, a seeker gives up outer distractions because they block the light of inner truth. Number three, these are six precious qualities that make the mind peaceful and focused so that it can absorb the teachings of Vedanta. Now, let me explain each one briefly. Some, calmness of mind. Some, calmness of mind. It is the ability to keep your mind still and not be disturbed by every small thought or emotion. Like a calm lake reflects the sky, a calm mind reflects the truth. Next, dam, control over the senses. This means using your senses wisely, not letting them drag you wherever they want. Your eyes, ears, tongue, etc. must serve your higher goal, not pull you away from it. Uparati, withdrawal from worldly distractions. It means stepping back from unnecessary activities and finding joy in a quiet, simple life of reflection and study. Titiksha, inner strength to endure hardship, the ability to tolerate pain, insult, failure, or discomfort without anger or complaint. A strong seeker is not shaken by life's ups and downs. Next, Shraddha, faith in the teacher and the scriptures. This is not blind belief. It is a trusting heart that says, these teachings can lead me to the truth. Without faith, the mind remains full of doubt and cannot receive wisdom. Next, samadhan, one pointed focus. The ability to keep the mind on the goal without getting scattered, like a magnifying glass focusing sunlight to light a fire. A focused mind burns away ignorance. Together, these six qualities make the seeker ready to understand the deep truths of Vedanta. Now we come to the point number 4, mumukshutatam, mumukshutvam, intense desire for liberation. Mumukshutvam means the deep burning desire to be free, not from the world, but from ignorance, fear, and the sense of incompleteness. This desire is what makes you different from the average person. Most people want better pleasures, but you want to know, who am I? Why am I here? What is the source of eternal happiness? This longing for liberation, which we call moksha, must become the fire, burning desire that lights your path. It must be stronger than the desire for wealth, fame, or even heaven. Only then will you walk this journey with full heart and determination. Now let us see this example. A person trapped in a burning house wants nothing but to get out. Similarly, a true seeker wants nothing more than to be free from the fire of ignorance and bondage. These four qualifications are like the foundation of a tall temple. If the foundation is weak, the temple will fall. If the foundation is strong, the temple will stand for ages. Therefore, before you dive into the study of Vedanta, ask yourself, do I have the wisdom to know what is real, Vivek? Do I have the courage to let go of the unreal, Vairagya? Have I developed inner peace, control, and focus, Shatak Sampatti? Do I truly want to be free, Mukshutvam? If even one of these is weak, work on it patiently. Build yourself, purify your heart, and sharpen your mind. The journey may be long, but the destination is beyond all words. WORDS. It is peace, freedom, and bliss that never ends. Let us walk this noble path together with devotion and determination. I will conclude here. Om Purnamadaha Purnam Idam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Avashishyate ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि